God. All right, Shabbat Shalawam. We GMS Louisiana Saints coming at you with a quick Shabbat lesson. First and foremost, we want to give all glory, honors, and prayers to Yahawah, bahasham, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Yeah, and pretty much tonight, we're going to get into a lesson going into persecution, man. All right, because we understand that with this thing of ours, yes, this week, understanding, you're Israelite, all right, the things to come, but we still have to go through the fire, all right, being persecuted, and it's our job to make sure we prepare, all right, girding up our loins as men. But first and foremost, can a brother grab Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10?
God, it's Matthew chapter 5 and 10 says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
It says blessed. All right, it's a blessed thing that a man be persecuted for righteousness' sake. All right, because we understand that this is what we're supposed to be doing. We're not being persecuted for, the folly of this world. We're being persecuted, all right, for righteousness' sake, like it says. Okay, it says, and for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it's a reward for being persecuted. All right, and we following in the same stead as Yahawashi. Yahawashi inherited the foundations of the earth and the earth and the heavens. All right, after his persecution. But go on.
It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall
Huh.
say all, and shall say
Good.
all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake."
That's right. And we see things picking up. First you had what's that guy name? Um Alex Jones. All right. We got a brief example with that guy, all right, being persecuted, which he don't he don't understand the scriptures, or he don't go into the scriptures of those things, but he's a so-called conspiracy theorist, all right, and we understand that he don't have the full doctrine. So how much more us when it's our time to be persecuted? Okay, it says, "Blessed are you when men shall revile you." And if a brother can get that word revile in the blue letter for me, all right, because these people they gonna speak evil against us. All right, they already call us prophets of doom. Okay, call us fear mongers and all other sorts of names. So they gonna go ahead.
This is
But go ahead, YAHAWAH.
it's Strong's G3679 on a dizo, which is to reproach, to upbraid, of undeserved reproach.
That's right. Go ahead.
Definition, the Bible definition for persecuted.
Con. It says gonna upbraid us. All right. And what's that last one you said, brother?
Of undeserved reproach.
Con, because we speaking true things. These things are not false that we speaking. All we the messenger, like brothers always go into. We're just the messengers. All right. Why persecute the messengers? All right. But go ahead, Yakana.
It's the Bible definition for persecuted. All right. It says persecuted, harassed by trouble or punishments unjustly inflicted. It says particularly for religious options.
Con. Hey, having your name plastered all over the cities, all right, all over the nation, that you are a so-called T word. I don't know if we can say that word, no, But are you ready for that, Jake? All right, do you understand what you into? And what's the last one you said, I
just went to another. I went down
Con.
to. But it says particularly for religious options.
That's right. Hey, they look at this as this is an option. Nah, to us, this is a way of life. This is our nationality. This is the thing that we base our whole existence off of, man. All right. They just don't see it that way yet. And we're gonna be persecuted for the way how we look at things. Okay, because hey, I'm gonna say this. In this wicked world, righteousness is gonna be turned into what? Wickedness. And if I'm roughly paraphrasing, but if a brother can get that scripture from it, you know, these people look at righteousness as wickedness. All right.
I got you.
Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter."
Kind. Hey, we through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, we overthrowing the ways of this world, and it's rubbing people wrong. Okay, it's rubbing people wrong, and we getting persecuted right now. But how much more when it's rewards on the line for our persecution? All right, when they're trying to establish the new world order, all right, and you got people who hungry, who homeless, okay, wanting for water, things of that nature to fit back in with the society. How much more when it's, you know, when they have a reward for it, man. But yeah, if a brother can get Amos chapter 5 and verse 10 for me, please.
I got you something too.
Con, you got it, brother. Bring it out.
This Second Timothy 2:9, because persecution is really a bond, right? Because we have been bonded unto the Lord, man, for this, all right, for our walk, all right, for our acceptance of our sacrifice, all right, ultimately to please the Most High, man, because there's not how will we yet know what's gracious or glorious except we had went through something, man. All right,
That's right.
So the Lord saw that from the beginning of times, you know, dealing with Adam, and also all that came of Adam, man, had to suffer, all right, because of Adam. But the persecution is ultimately to make us stronger. It is in 2 Timothy 2:9. It says, "Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of our power is not bound." So though yet we do go through persecution, we go through persecution for what? Speaking the word of the Lord. This is I'm gonna get it in another translation real quick. It says this the NET, it says, "For which I suffer hardships to the point of imprisonment as a criminal, but God's message is not imprisoned." So as long as we're persecuted, they can't persecute the word. That's why it says that they can do nothing for the truth, against the truth before it. And when they do something against the truth, it's only to persecute us, to try to hurt us, to try to get at us. But it's the word, all right, that dwell was up. That's what they can't beat up. All right. That's what they can't bound or chain up. All right. You got it, bro.
Con. Hey, you know what the scriptures say. I believe that's Psalms the 13th chapter. The angels encampeth around us, and that's heavy because what? We finna get into a time where these people are gonna want to put hands on us. All right. Yeah, they just coming out with laws and different bills and things like that to quiet our mouths. All right, really quiet the mouth of Yahawashi Al-Shai, but it's gonna get to a point where, you know, pretty much they're gonna want to put hands on us, throwing brothers in, incarcerating brothers, want to put brothers on the guillotines, all right, put brothers in front firing squads, things of that nature, man. Hey, but this time, all right, the Lord not gonna allow it to to be so, right? And of course, we understand that some men are gonna be beheaded for this thing, right? Which we don't know who those men are, but we prepare ourselves as if it's gonna be us, right? We may have to lose our life for this thing, and Jake got to understand that that's a part of that covenant, man. All right, but if a brother can, any brother got something before I put something else,
I got a quick one for you.
go ahead.
Going into what you were saying. This is John chapter 15. Now I start at 18. It said, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And going
That's
into
right.
what you were just saying. You got it, bro. You got it.
No, you can say something. I got you.
Yeah, so going into what you were saying, about not being on this world, and the things that we're doing against this world, they're gonna come up against us. And if they came against Yahawashi, how much would it be for them to come up against us? The servant is not greater than this Lord,
That's right.
You got it.
Yeah, I believe it goes into let me see if I can pull it right quick in Isaiah, the 53rd chapter. It pleased Yahweh to bruise Yahawashi. Okay, and we coming in Yahawashi's stead. All right, we following after the footsteps of Yahawashi. So how much more us, man? Like you just brought out, brother. The servant is not more than his master. We got to go through these things. Yeah, Yahawashi took the. Go ahead.
I'm about to say I got a precept going on exactly what you're saying, but go ahead.
Bring it out. You got it.
Salaki. This is Luke 21:10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. It says, and earthquakes and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights and great signs there be. Everything else says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogue and unto prisons, being before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Come. And that was
go
ahead.
You got some more, but you can make the point. You
Yeah.
got some.
Hey, they gonna deliver us to these high ups, man. All right, they gonna deliver us up in front of these different politicians, these Rothschilds. All right, the so-called kings of the earth. Okay, and ultimately, it's a test, man. It's a big part of your test. For whomever that may go out to. All right, the Lord will make it known in due time. But if we're gonna be, the scriptures say it, it's prophesied. We're gonna be brought in front of these people, man.
Right, it
Go ahead.
goes on. It goes on to say, and it shall turn, and it shall, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom. What all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. Ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they call debt. That's the point.
That's right. Hey, Jake, your family, man. All right, your mother who carried you for 9 months. Okay, when her stomach touching her back, or when those troops, all right, when these different agents knock on her door, have you seen this man? All right, and have your face on there. Where's your son? Okay, these very same people who are your loved ones, they're gonna turn on you in that day. It's prophesied, man. And as we already understand, none of these prophecies have failed yet. Okay, your fathers, your sisters, your best friends. Okay, these people gonna fold on you. You even have some men in the truth who gonna fold on you. That happened to Yahawashi. So how much more us? All right,
Yeah,
that's a part of persecution too. Jake got to remember that. Go ahead, Elder.
got three more little lines. It says in 17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not any my bad. But there shall not an hair on your heads perish, and your patience possess ye your souls.
That's right. Hey, this world hate Yahawashi. Okay, this world hate Yahawashi and everything about him. Okay, because Yahawashi completely upbraids this place. Yahawashi gonna be a great disturbance unto this place. He gonna overthrow this place.
He's doing it now through the spirit through his prophets, man. The
That's
thing
right.
that the way we bring out this word is really is going into the Hebrews, man. It's a discerning of spirit. It cuts them down to the marrow of bone, and they can't
That's
take
right.
it. All right.
Hey, and it's like I said earlier, man. It's gonna get to a point where they're gonna want to put hands on us, man. Because in the days of old, they did put hands on the prophets. All right. If a brother can get me Second Ezra chapter 1 and verse 32, Babakashah.
Yeah, precept to it.
Khan.
Is Second Esdras chapter 1 verse 32. It says, I sent unto you my servants the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, said the Lord.
That's right. Hey, these 2/3 niggas, all right. They beat the prophets. They killed the prophets. They turned in the prophets. All right, got them thrown in jail. Okay. Hey, but the Lord not gonna allow you to put your hands on the prophets this time, man. Well, I'm gonna say a vast majority of them. Okay. But go ahead with your precept, Samaki.
God. Matthew 5 and 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Hey, that's the spirit. That was the first precept we brought out.
Trina? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
No, it's the spirit, man. The Lord wanted that to come back out again. You know, these men gonna revile us, right? And that's a blessing. If a brother can give me the book of Saint Matthew chapter 10, we can start at verse 16 about the shot. Come.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Come. Hey, we sent forth as sheep. A sheep don't have no deep a defensive mechanism. All right. We're not out here bearing arms and yes, it's not against the law to protect yourself or whatnot, but hey, we're not out here with 100-man march with assault rifles and bringing guns to camp and all that type of shit, man. We don't do that. Like I said, the Lord sent us as sheep. Because what does that breed when you take things into your own hands? All right, pride. You proud that you can look after yourself, pretty much protect yourself. When we understand that the Lord deal with all manners of all issues of death. All right, none of those things are in our own hands. It says, "Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." All right, you got to be wise. You got to use discernment. You got to use this wisdom that's been given unto us to foresee the different traps and snares that's laid out for us. All right, go ahead, brother.
It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
That's right. Beware of men. Beware of those who, they Shalawam you. They don't show no sense of brotherly love. I motherfucker side eyeing you. You know, beware those men. Beware those men who always brother this, and I'm not talking about amongst the body. I'm talking about men in your personal lives and shit like that. Beware those men. They haven't been proven. All right, we went into that last lesson. Those men haven't been proven. Well, it says, for they will deliver you up unto councils, all right, and scourge you in a synagogue. Yeah, they're gonna bring you forth in front of these different witches and warlocks, which goes into your different politicians and shit like that. These things will happen, Jake. But go ahead, brother.
It says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony. It's tripping. For a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
That's right. Just for Yahawashi's sake. We've been persecuted for Yahawashi's sake, man. This is his story, man. Okay? We'll go
on. I got a precept for you too. It says, but when they deliver you up, damn, let's just keep jumping to the top. And when they deliver you up, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
That's right. Hey, the Lord gonna put his words in our mouth, which he's already doing. All right, but he got some shit to say to these folks. Okay.
But you can also see that the other machine getting ready to show his ugly head. You got that guy,
right.
Kanye West, all right, Mr. Yee. He also coming out talking about coming up against those gutter rats, all right. And what happened today? You got people on the overpass with signs talking about, Yee was right about the so-called them gutter rats, the so-called Jews, all right. So what's going to happen with those gutter rats? They're gonna paint a picture, or they're gonna do some things to show these people are against us. They're anti, you can't say the S word because of YouTube, but you know what we're talking about, right? And they're gonna do these things. They're gonna have mock attacks again. They're gonna have all type of rhetoric on a computer, and they're gonna also, like this brother went into earlier, kill what we call so-called free speech, which they're doing it now. No, with this YouTube shit, they control it. They control the algorithm. They control everything that they want to say. So when we out here pushing who we are, going in the scriptures, they're against that, man. Man, not for that. So what do? You do a mock attack like they had a couple years ago up there in Jersey at the little meat spot, and they're gonna do many more. If I say you Jakes out here that call yourself following this thing, you gotta understand you all in the system. All right. When I say the system, you got something called the IP address. Your internet has a log of all the things that you search and look for. Whether you on the outside or not, you still wrapped in, man.
That's right.
All right, you still wrapped in. And like I said, this devil is finna come down. All right, he's getting so-called robot soldiers together. He getting all type of people that's a part of Homeland Security together. You already got the reports from the Southern Law Property Center that's already geared solely against you, and they're gonna come out looking for you, man. Or do you really understand what you're in? And apostles keep pushing that, We push that down here. Do you really truly understand what you're a part of, man? Because a lot of guys don't, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
It's finna get serious out here, man. You know, they had I was reading an article earlier today. They talking about taking out that dam over there, all right, in Ukraine. Not Ukraine, the UK, I believe. All right, they had a Russian battleship over there in the sea over there, man. And what that's gonna do? That's gonna push forward towards that famine of the word. And like we always say, man, once the famine of the word is it hits, that's when destruction coming, man. All right, that's when destruction gonna come, and that's when the persecution gonna come. All right, they done gathered all their intel. They know who they want, who they looking for. All right, things of that nature. You know, constant. Go ahead.
Oh, whenever you finish, I got a precept too.
I was about to say, hey, those FEMA camps, those things gonna be up and running, ready to house you, man. Are you ready for that, Jake? Go ahead.
It's a literal scripture out prophecy of what's gonna happen, man. You know, this is this is Revelations 2:10. It says, "Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." And that goes for you women too, man.
That's right.
So, you know, a lot of you sisters following this thing, the devil gonna persecute a lot of you. He gonna try to test you too for information, what you know. Well, on this day here, from September all the way into December, we seen that you was logging into YouTube, looking up Hebrew Israelite videos, man, preferably for GMS. What about this? All right, because guess what? The brother, the so-called big brother is watching, man. He watching everything. He has a dialogue of some called service, a dialogue of every goddamn thing. So he's gonna test some of you. A lot of you gonna get cast into prison too. Ye may be tried, and he shall have tribulation in 10 days. All right, no 10 days can be it could be they ain't just literal 10 days. It can be a vast number of days, man. Beyond 10 days. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you a crown of life, man.
Go ahead. I'm what?
Yeah, just to back up what the elder said, a lot of these scoffers are going to die horrible deaths because here it is, you watch great Millstone videos all day long, you comment on the video, the server is tracking that you watch great Millstone every day, but you're not serving the Lord. So when it all goes down, you're not going to have no protection, but your IP address is still logged the same way ours are. But we protected by the Lord. You an enemy of the Lord. They're going to pull you in that room and be like, look, every single day for the past 2 years, you've been watching GMS, you've been watching the apostles, yeah.
Oh no, I was just talking shit on that time. I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
We don't that shit.
Yeah, the Lord is cold, man.
Scoffers dead. Anyway,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm on the road with you, brother. That's true.
Yeah, they're gonna be persecuted as niggas. Like we went into, that the lesson we had just did. You have Jakes that's gonna be persecuted for unrighteousness. But you got it out.
Yeah, if a brother can give me Psalms 34:6, because I paraphrased it, but since you brothers went into that, man, let's bring it out. Because another thing too, you got these women out here, so-called sisters and shit. It's all fine and dandy, all right. You wearing the head wraps and you're eating the sea moss and you know what I'm saying, the different shit, burning the incense and the sages and shit like that. That's cool right now, because nothing is happening.
Yeah. Well, how cool it's gonna be when the paddy wagon rolling up. You got that
That's right.
That long ass iron arm busting through your goddamn doors, and you got them niggas with them ski masks and them helmets, them level 4 vests coming to your shit, man.
Putting them lights in your face.
You hear that bang?
Yeah.
You all wobbly and dizzy and shit, and getting put out the house in your goddamn boxes, man. Butt ass naked. You sleep naked, man. They gonna come get your ass, man. In them goddamn drawers, man. It's gonna. I
Come,
want to
brother.
gonna be in how serious. I'm all about you. How about you? I'm trying to break a thaw. You know, Jake said all hard to you. I'm ready to die for this thing. I'm ready. Oh, we're gonna see. The Lord gonna test your ass too. We're gonna see, man.
That's right.
You getting tracked by that. Them guys that look like Men in Black and shit. You just walking and niggas just come out around the corner. Come on, walk with us. Nigga, all that he got the thing in his ear, the shit coming, that little talky little mouth.
Yeah.
We gonna see how serious it is, man. Black
Serious
Tahoe
thing.
shit. We gonna see.
Yeah, these armband Israelites, they gonna give up the truth like on sight.
Easy.
These super tough guy Israelites with the spikes and the man.
All the fucking armbands is gonna untie itself and just fall off.
The chains gonna pop and all,
Yeah.
The line gonna turn into a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Gonna turn into spikes gonna fall off. Oh, I don't know. I ain't no Israelite no more, man.
Yeah. I'm a Pan-African.
Yeah, all of the beads and the stone gonna dissolve on his neck. I know. I'm Terrence now, man. I don't know nothing about this. You
Really
know?
a Muslim.
Nah, that's some serious shit, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
The long dresses to the ankles, them bitches gonna go right back up to the booty cheeks, man. You just, I don't know nothing about this. Why you arresting me? Shit, man.
Come.
Yeah.
But nah, if brother can grab it Psalms 34 for me. And I know one of you brothers had a precept too. I'm gonna get it right after this.
Hey, because you never, man. When these devils really roll up on you, grab you, put a bag over your fucking head. I'm talking about a literal mesh bag over your head. You can't see shit, but you can still breathe, and just throw you in a black van, man. And next time you wake up, next time you pull it from under you, in a white room. Well, the nigga that's gonna he gonna sit sideways on the table, and he gonna tell you from your boy, you fucked up, right? About this Yahawashi thing, and they're gonna probably hit one of them doors. You're gonna see a guillotine waiting in a dark warehouse with just one light on top of it, man.
Yeah.
So tell me about this thing. You're gonna have Jake just give up the ghost, man. For righteousness, or Jake just gonna go into a mode where he just telling it all, man. You gonna because I already see I can see a lot of you cats. You be around the camps and shit. A lot of you just some Don and Brosco niggas, man.
Hey, for real. For
Niggas,
real.
man. It's an inside joke thing too. Right?
For real.
You them niggas just like Don and Brosco. He said, hey, come from behind the car. They got us. No, nigga, they got you.
They got you, nigga.
You gonna tell everybody though, man. You that guy on first 48 that walks by with the cops, they open the door, this him, they gonna close the door. That's you. You the nigga that's shaking his head, man. Because you're not ready for you played through the half. Some of you guys, and I didn't met some of you guys before. A lot of you guys, you didn't for your first 5-6 years, you played with this thing, man. This is a joke. You just kept it in your pocket. I believe, but I don't believe. I'm trying to get this money in this world and do all of that shit. So when persecution comes down on you're not gonna be ready. You gonna tell on every fucking body, man. Which ain't nothing to tell, but some scriptures. Ain't nothing to tell. Doing nothing.
Right.
But go ahead, I just had to say that part.
Nah, that's true, brother. That's true. And the Lord gave us living examples right now. All right. In this time, you got the apostles. All right, they went through their little issue and they held it down, man. They stood strong. Okay. And like the brother said, hey, it's no dirt or nothing like that they could bring up for scriptures. But you gotta be built up, and you gotta be well rooted in this thing in order to stay solid when you're in that room. All right. But if a brother could bring that Psalms out for me, if I could show.
Hey, mind if I grab one right before this, because it actually goes right with what I was holding too.
You got it, brother.
All right. This Psalm 37 and 14. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. All right.
Hey,
And we know that wicked is that Esau Edom, and who was that poor and needy? That's Jake. But notice it goes
right.
on to that to slay such as be of upright conversation. So they want Jake, but more importantly, they want the elect. All right.
Con.
And
And
go ahead out. Like,
I was about to say, hey, the elect is the true the prize for them. That's the
yeah,
big fish that everybody fishing for. You know, that's that big fish. That's the men who name on the list that's highlighted in red. You know, those are the men. But go ahead, brother. You about to say something?
yeah. No, I was gonna bring out what you asked for, because notice it said that they want to cast down the poor and the needy. So
Right.
what you got in that Psalms 34:6, it says the poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The
That's right.
angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. You got it?
And like I brought out earlier within that Matthew's chapter 10, and we send forth as sheep. A sheep needs a shepherd. A sheep needs somebody to save them. Okay, we crying out unto the Lord. A sheep can't save himself. He really just he vulnerable. Okay, it says and saved him out of all his troubles. Right, because it is for those men, for the elect. Salvation is for them. Salvation is not for the wicked. All right, so that's the only people who is salvation lauded to. But go
Yeah,
ahead,
so
read verse. Go ahead.
that's real quick. Salvation is the elect being saved from the hand of the wicked.
That's
That's
right.
that's plain in Luke 1:68. You got it up.
Go ahead, read verse 7 again for me, brother. Babakashep.
All right. It says, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them.
That's right. He not encamped around, a keyboard warrior or a nigga that been playing for about 5, 6 years. Because ultimately, if you've been bullshitting with this thing, you don't fear the Lord. All right. You have to fear the Lord, and the Lord he gonna sup with you. Ultimately, the ultimate supping is what? That's salvation. You know. But go ahead. I know a brother had a precept. I forget who it was. When he
Yeah.
Khan, go ahead, brother.
This the book Isaiah chapter 57 verse 1. It says the righteous perisheth and no man lay it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
Khan. Hey, read it one more time, Babakashep, what that was.
There's Isaiah chapter 57 verse 1. It says the
Khan.
righteous perisheth and no man lay it to heart. They don't mind, like nobody, it don't come to nobody's mind that the righteous is perishing. Men are making the righteous offenders for a word. All right, persecution, lying on them. All right, being deceitful, right, fabricating, okay, giving them all kind of charges, using wicked guile on them. All right, nobody don't put this to mind. They don't have it in their heart, like they don't consider it. It says that merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
Khan. And the Lord will move a man, all right, to wherever the man may, be moved to, just to move him out the way from something tragic happening. All right, here the Lord will store you in a place that you might seem as like, okay, this is it. Nah, just to let that indignation pass for a moment. All right, these small little things, you might have like your building get blowed up wherever you was, we just speculating. But the Lord will take you away just to save you for that moment.
Yeah. we go through what we go through so we could be saved out of it, man.
That's right.
That's why the Lord chastises us, man. We're not just getting chastised, all right, because the Lord just feel like beating the piss out of his child, man. We don't just go beat our own children for nothing, man. All right. It's for understanding that I'm chastising you now, all right, that you may deliver to where I wouldn't have to ever whip you no more, man. All right. As same in any persecution. All right. Like at the end of the day, who really want to be persecuted? We need to be persecuted. Persecution is only for a season, just like everything else is. But nobody don't consider like, man, they going through this, they fought them, forsake them. All right. And that's why the wicked, it tell you, I think it's Jeremiah that in vain is salvation, hope from for the hills. All right, because they believe they're gonna get salvation, and the ones that's slated for salvation, they believe they're gonna perish, man. All right. So at the end of the day, just keep on persecuting us, man. And we're gonna just keep on working our way to salvation. You got it, bro.
Hey, because what we just read in that Psalms, all right? When you going through these different persecutions, what does it do? We know we have to fear the Lord, but those different trials and tribulations, it make you fear the Lord. You know, and ultimately it increase your faith.
Mhm.
All right. And because your faith is being increased within the Lord, you relying more on the Lord. The Lord is gonna save you. That's where your salvation come in.
Yeah, well, persecution sustains you to salvation.
That's right.
That's what it
They hand in
does.
hand.
Like, yeah, if I don't chasten you, then you're not gonna know what it takes to keep enduring to get salvation.
Right.
So there's a reason for persecution. All right, it's not a just because thing. It's a sustaining mechanism, pretty much to what get you to salvation, man. It's the bridge. In other words,
Uh,
that help you get to what to keep enduring to get to salvation. You got it, bro.
hey, that's a your power way to put it. I seen you had wanted to say something, Mama Wab.
Yeah,
So want to run
quick
it?
precept to back up both of y'all.
Go
It's
ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. I'm going to start at 20, pointing at 22. It says, "For if thou didst punish the enemies of thy children and the condemned to death with such deliberation, giving them time and place whereby they might be delivered from their malice, with how great circumspection didst thou judge thine own sons, the Israelites, unto whose fathers thou hast sworn and made covenants of good promises?" Question mark. And the fathers are talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It says, "Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy."
Beautiful. That's the whole lesson of this thing. You know, pretty much to become those perfect judges, those complete judges. All right, you have to understand, and we saw these things growing up. All right, these different little Judge Mathis and Judge Joe Brown, shit like that. Them folks, they don't understand the spectrum. They were always one sided, and I know that's a small example, but it's always a lesson you can take from it. All right, you have to understand both sides of the spectrum. You know, in order to be a complete perfect judge. But you quoted it earlier, Kaya. If a brother can get me Isaiah 29 and 21.
It says,
Oh, you got it.
you got it, Samaki.
Okay, God. It's Isaiah 29 and 21 that make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate.
Right. Hey, it says that make a man an offender for a word. And what word is that? This word, the Holy Scriptures. All right. This 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 word offends people. Okay. This word offends the judges, the rulers of this earth, like we went into earlier. But go ahead. Oh, Salakia, one more thing. One more thing. It says they're gonna lay a snare for us. All right. Because we were proving the world right now. We were proving the whole world through the power and spirit of Yahawashi bahasham Yahawashi. Really, Yahawah is reproving the world through us. Let me say it like that. Yahawah is using us as his megaphone, all right? Preaching the gospel to the four corners of the earth. He's reproving the world. And we're being made offenders for that. But go ahead, brother.
And turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
That's right. Like the brother brought out that other precept. All right, they look over us. We the just. All right. They don't consider that we may be the just. Go ahead, Kashab.
Yeah, I just got this Amos 5 and 10 to back up what you were saying. And I know you called for it earlier.
Beautiful.
It says they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Because what? Hey, when you're rebuking a man, you pretty much you coming against something that he believe in. All right. You coming against that. And of course it don't feel good to be rebuked, and the only ones who take rebuke the correct way are the elect. All right. At least the 2/3 they will return back unto their power, but it's given unto us to understand rebuke and to accept rebuke. All right, and to use rebuke as a tool for us to improve ourselves, to perfect ourselves. All right, but read that last part again for me, brother. Babakasham.
It says, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
That's right. They hate us. All right, they hate us because we speak upright, and I believe it go into that in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. All right, these elites they abhor the elect, and like I said earlier, they ultimately abhor Yahawashi. But one second.
I got that if you want it. That Wisdom of Solomon.
Go ahead.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and really this whole chapter, but
Right.
straight to the point. Verse 12, it says, "Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings."
All right. Hey, Salakia, brother. It says we are clean contrary to their doings, and it hurts when that rebuke hit them. Okay, y'all not the chosen people. All right, the earth is not in good hands under y'all care. Okay, it's not acceptable to be a homosexual. Those things hurt the wicked. Like I said, we clean contrary to their doings. And what makes us clean? This word, being purified by this word.
It says,
go ahead. You got it.
It says, he upbraided us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressings of our education.
And hey, we went into it this whole lesson, but we up through the power and spirit of Yahawashi Yahawashi, we are braiding this place, man. We are braiding this place, one transgression at a time. You know, brothers going, but their secret parts have been shown. All right, their skirts have been lifted up. We see we going into all of these different wicked vile acts that they doing behind the scenes that no man knew before brothers were guided by the Holy Spirit. All right, and the Lord gave us the power to break these things down and show them, hey, that's wicked, and we know it's wicked, and it's a judgment for your wickedness. But you got it, brother. You got a little more in that, huh?
It says, he professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
And we do call ourselves the children of the Lord. All right. Yeah, and we do profess to have knowledge. We had the knowledge of these scriptures. All right, the ultimate knowledge.
That's
Okay.
right. It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
Right, they thoughts are wicked. The Lord put it. I forget where it's at. I know it's in the apocrypha, but good is set against evil. All right, Jacob is set against Esau, man. We were created to be that righteous vessel, that vessel that's unto honor, man. But let me see. It says we are grievous for them to behold, and they just we grievous to look at towards them, because we stronger. All right, we more appealing to the eye, but also how the anastrophe of the men of the Lord. When they watch these video epistles, all right, they see the apostles, the elders. That shit strike them to their core, man. But yeah, go ahead, brother. Finish it out.
He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion.
That's right. We are not of this world. We are not of this world, man. Did a brother have any precept you want to bring out before we continue on? No. All right. Give me a quick second. My page flipped on me.
Yeah, I got a quick one for you.
Go ahead.
This back in the persecution, this 2 Timothy 3 verse 12, it says, yea, and all that will live godly in a Mashiach Yahawashi shall suffer persecution. And it says all, like every Israelite that's really truly repentant, at some point the Lord's gonna try you. But like the brother said earlier, it's not for your destruction, it's to preserve you ultimately for what's coming, and really to pull you out of this world. If you're not going through anything, if you're super comfortable in this world, you're not gonna want it to end.
Yeah, and that's why you got That's why you got men saying that we'll never see, all right, World War III. We'll never see the end of this wicked ass place, because ultimately they want to stay here. They enjoy being oppressed. That's Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and pull your precept, brother.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 125, verse 3. It says, for the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous. Least, you got it?
Go ahead. Hey, no, it's not gonna rest upon the lot of the righteous. All right, the Lord not gonna allow it. Our time is almost up, man. All right, our captivity is almost up, man. It's time for the righteous to be lifted up now above these heathen. Okay, and we gonna be the one resting our rod of power over them.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, least the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Like the Lord said, going to Ezekiel 18, he said, if a wicked man turned from his wickedness, he would not remember that man. If a wicked man turned into righteousness, he would not remember that man wickedness no more. And vice versa. If a righteous man turns to his wickedness, then the Lord gonna count all his righteousness as naught, man. So the same with the rod of the wicked. And the Lord say, when has the righteous been cut off? All right, he have according to as Job 4 and 7. When did the righteous perish? Ultimately, where was the righteous cut off? You see? So if you're righteous, the Lord not gonna cut you off. He ain't gonna whip you forever, man. It says, for the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous. Least the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. And that's what the sword for. The sword is for the what? The chastising of the righteous, man. All right. But at the end of the day, the Lord promised us that he would break the sword. All right. It says, Do good, O Yahweh, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. For such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Yahweh shall lead them forward with the workers' iniquity. But peace shall be upon Israel. You got it?
Con, go ahead and get that, but I'm reading some right quick.
Con. So it says, for those that turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord gonna lead them with the workers of iniquity. Which, once you get led with the work of iniquity, there's nothing lies ahead but a judgment for you. All right, and the end of that judgment is death, man. But we seek salvation, so at the end of the day, whatever in the course of our salvation, hey man, we willing to meet it eye to eye, man, and go through it, man. All right. I mean, that's just the walk, the fire in the water. You see, it says that in Psalms 6, if I could grab it real quick.
Con.
It says, gotta see where is that real quick.
Like you said, that's the condition of the battle. Go ahead.
Con, this the condition of the battle. This Psalm 66. I'm gonna start at 9. It says 8. It says, "Oh, bless our power, ye people, and make the voices of his praises to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. For thou, O power, hast proved us, thou hast tried us, as silver is tried, which is the purpose of the Lord persecution for us. It says, thou boarded us into a net, thou laidest affliction upon our loins, man. All right, because we have went rough. The Lord delicate ones have gone rough ways, meaning we have been through what? Persecution after persecution. We have been in distress and shipwrecked, imprisoned, all right? But what? Not killed, as Paul said in Corinthians, all right? It says, thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou boarded us into a wealthy place. You got it, bro.
Hey, and I wanted to make this similar to right quick, man. You know, because when you go into that when you purifying metals, right? In the beginning, the temperature is not as hot as it is in the latter end, right? We go through different tribulations and trials in our daily lives, and we can liken that unto the beginning of that metal ore heating up. Okay, it's not red yet. All right, it's starting to become purified or whatever. But like the premise of the lesson that we're going into, that persecution is likened unto that hot red. All right, when the fire is at its peak point. Okay, that's where you don't have no, no power is within your hand. All right, you have to rely on the Lord. All right, a simple slip up could cost you your life, man. Which it can now, but even more in that time, man. Is we're gonna be in the thick of it. All right, but I had a quick precept that because you quoted it and I was holding it too. If a brother can grab Baruch Kabah, grab Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25 for me, Babakashah, brother.
Hey, it says in that Psalm 66 in another translation, in the NET, it says, "You led us into a trap, you caused us to suffer." Which the Most High caused us to suffer, man. That He made bruise. Because it's always about the end of the man. Like, what is that? What He's gonna ultimately become, or what He's gonna end up as. That's what the Lord pays attention to. It ain't about how you start; it's how you finish, man. You know, and that's where the Lord. That's why the Lord has placed pressure upon our loins, and then told us to gird our loins up. Why we got the pressure on it, man? You see, show yourself, men, as I put pressure on you. You got it.
Nah, because it's finna go into that right here in Baruch. All right, the Lord is bringing this upon us. Okay, but go ahead and grab that Babakashah.
You said Baruch 4 and what? What verse?
4 and 25.
Kind of Baruch 4 and 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
That's right. It says suffer patiently. Okay. Yeah, we suffering, but we got to take this thing. We got to be patient with this thing. Let righteousness have its perfect work with you. Okay, because ultimately, like we went into, we've been purified, man. You can't rush a purification process. I don't care what you trying to purify. You cannot rush a purification process. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have defaults if you rush it. All right. And it says that it's come upon you from Yahawash. All right. This thing is, all of this is coming from Yahawash. And rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. As it says in Romans, the 8th chapter, in verse 18, it says, I reckon that these sufferings be not compared with the things to come. Roughly paraphrasing, Shalawam. But
the glory which
right,
is
right. Right. Hey, we going through a small thing right now. This is small. All right, just go through your persecution, Jake, patiently, and gird up your fucking loins. But keep going, Kabal, Babakashah.
It said, for thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
Come, like the brother went into that one scripture. All right, the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon our head. All right, we watching these prophecies pop off the page. Okay, we seeing these different bills and different legislations being passed. Okay, ultimately to corner who? The elect. To ultimately bring us through that I'm lost for words, but that ultimate persecution. That's what I'm looking for. That ultimate physical persecution. All right. You got something? You want to say something, brother?
I would say too, like it say, for thy enemies have persecuted thee, but surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. And we gotta have that same mindset. We had that same mindset as those 7 brothers, but they was getting persecuted. All right, they say they was dealing with that surely, but sooner or later they go be the ones they go tread upon their neck, man. All right, you got something to tell y'all?
Yeah. If I can add, persecution is only fleshly, man. They can't nobody persecute your spirit, man. All right, that's it.
I'm holding that.
You got it out. I just want to make that point.
Bring it out, brother.
Okay. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Come on, brother. Hey, but why? Finish it out. Finish it out.
It says, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
That's right. Hey, and you have all kind of accounts within these scriptures, man, that the Lord saved all his men, you know, in one way or another. Okay, through different acts. He allowed men to die, but be saved at the same time. Okay. These the heathen don't understand salvation. All right. But our people do, like the brother brought out with the Maccabees brothers. Even though they died, they understood salvation was waiting for them for their honorable act. And Jake, you gotta read these. You gotta read that account. Okay, you gotta read these different accounts to gird up your mind, like the lesson me and the brother Kaya went into for these up and coming things.
I got one.
You got it.
This is 2 Thessalonians 1, I'm gonna start at 4. It says, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of Yahweh for your patience, faith, and all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of Yahweh, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yahweh, for which ye also suffered. Seeing it is the righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahawashi shall be revealed from heaven with his holy, with his mighty. That's it.
Hey, it says, let me flip to it. What that was? 2 Thessalonians.
I started at 4.
Now you said something I want to bring out, man.
I got a precept too.
Which the thing we go to righteous judgment of Yahweh. We're suffering righteously, man. Right? We're suffering for a righteous cause. We ain't suffering because we just out here just doing every willy-nilly thing. Like we went into earlier, another about suffering as a nigga compared to suffering as a man in the Lord. We suffering as a man in the Lord, not as a nigga, man.
But it said, which is a manifest token. All right, a token is a reward, man. Okay. It says that a man be made. It says that ye be counted worthy. All right. So through these persecutions, all right, you'll be counted worthy, man. Look at the 7 Maccabees brothers. I'm gonna keep going to them, man. They suffered, all right, horrible deaths, excruciating pains, man. And they were counted worthy. That was worthy unto the Lord. All right. What you think they lot gonna be in the kingdom? All right, to have all Israel looking at it right now, like damn, that was a hell of a feat, to do. But how much more in the kingdom, man, when men are set up in their righteousness, and that's an honorable act, man. Jake gotta be thinking like that. But a brother say he had something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Psalm 124:7. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. Yes, so you can liken the fowlers today to the Edomites, Esau, Edom. And it says the snare is broken and we are escaped. So yeah, the Most High, he's going to break that snare. Well, he's already broke it, and he said he's going to give us a way to escape out of it. So no matter where he come with the chip, the troops, the engineered famine, he made a way for the 104,000 and the elect men to get out of all this,
That's right.
So there's nothing he can do to them. In verse 8, it says, our help is in the name of the Most High who have made heaven and earth. So yeah, our help, man, he like I said, he broke the snare, he made a way for it, the predetermined men to get out of it, to escape all this, man. So it's nothing Esau Edom can do.
Hey, our help, okay, our Savior is over persecution and salvation. He governs both of those things. It's like we always go into it. It's a rigged game, but your fate got to be there to see that. Go ahead.
Hour and 9 too.
I got one more, and we can break it down from there.
I got one too.
All right, we can get you.
All right, is 2nd Ezra 7 verse 9. If this city now were given to a man for an inheritance, and that's talking about the kingdom. All right, and our brothers, like we are called to inherit the kingdom, man. Be the first fruits to inherit the kingdom. All right, being joint heirs, we Yahawashi. before we could inherit those things, I'm gonna finish it on. It said, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, so hey, all to obtain inheritance the kingdom, we had to go through that danger set. What's that danger set? We'll be going to that persecution. All right,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? So hey, all for us, hey, to get to inherit the kingdom of heaven, hey, we gotta get through the danger set, which is the persecution. All right, and then we ain't got no choice but to go through it, man. All right, cause hey, example is Yahawashi. Cause he might have time before he was getting persecuted. He prayed to the Lord to take that cup away from him. And then all of a sudden, through the Spirit, his mindset was, hey, he had to go through it. He had no choice because it was written that he was going to have to go through that, man, through the times of old. All right, this is the same thing, hey, as the elect was going to have to go through that persecution, man. All right, our brothers, we build those men, hey, we able to endure that, man. And that time comes so we can inherit the kingdom. All right, and that's it.
Come on, brother. But nah, like I said, I got one more precept. If a brother could shoot back to Matthew the 10th chapter, and we could finish that out. We could go down about 2 more verses. We could start at 21.
Yeah, start at 21.
Come.
All right, this is Matthew 10, verse 21. It says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Come. Hey, it's gonna be variance setting in the houses, man. All right. This, yeah, like I said, it's like Yahawashi said, he come to set a sword. Okay, he come to set apart. All right, the righteous from the wicked. Now that separating is coming in a way of persecution. That's the action of Yahawashi coming in and separating that done. Okay, and like I said, it says and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but ye that endure it unto the end shall be saved. Okay, we've been persecuted for Yahawashi's sake, man, for his name's sake. But hey, that's all I had.
Close it out.
So with that, we hope this lesson has been edifying, first and foremost to the hopeful elect and those that cling to the body. But as we always do, we want to give infinite honors and prayers unto Yahawah, double honors to the apostles and elders of great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hey, Abba Ball and Shabbat Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Shalom.